Devyn, was the bye week. Was that a good time for that? Did you feel like the team got a little refreshed?
Most definitely, it was a very good time for us. You know, everybody's playing faster now. Everybody's got their recovery, got their bodies back a little bit, so we're ready to explode.
Are the feelings coming out of the bye week this year any similar to last year?
The
first one, I should say.
Really, I would say we ain't really looked into that. You know, we know what happened last year, but we just coming in day by day. We ain't really worried about that. That's last year in the past. It's a new year, so we're just coming in. Like I said, we refreshed and we're ready to go.
TCU has a pretty explosive offense. What do you expect from them? What do you expect from this game?
We expect that's a spread type offense. They're gonna try to get the ball out. They're gonna try to throw shots. So our job is just play fundamental football. Fundamental football and just do our job. Do our 111.
When you look at this rivalry between TCU, obviously you've been a part of it for a minute now. What do you expect coming into something like this, and are you telling any of the younger guys what to expect?
It's gonna be a high intense. From the jump, from the start to the finish. Like you said, it's been a rivalry going on for a long time. So I just try to tell the guys, just keep our composure, just do our 111th. Just play by play. We'll be fine.
Coach talked about self-scouting a lot during that bye week. I guess the offense scouted defense. And what are some things that were pointed out, or what did y'all feel like y'all needed to work on during that bye week and coming out of that?
I would say just communicate. Just communicate, and with doing that, that's when we eliminate the explosive. We eliminate the missed assignments. So just working on communicating. Telling your brother to your left and to your right what you're in, what we're going to in the motion, things like that. Just so communication.
Do you feel like you guys are kind of used to playing these tight games now? I mean, the last 3 out of the last 4 games against TCU have been a field goal or less. I mean, you had the Kansas State, so you've seen both sides.
Exactly.
Are y'all kind of prepared for another time?
Oh, most definitely. We've been prepared for that since off season. It's hard times like that happen all year long. So we're made for it, we're prepared for it, and if that happens, we're gonna be prepared.
I know every game matters, but when it comes to this rivalry, when a trophy's kind of on the line, is there kind of extra incentive to keep it home?
Most definitely a rivalry. I think that's anybody who plays football, their rival team, they're gonna try to come up with a win. So most definitely.
The emotion that is in a game like this, is that something y'all embrace, or do you try to suppress that emotion? How do you work that into your preparation?
I would just say, just try to stay level-headed, because you can't get too high when it's a rivalry game. You can't get too high. That's where things can go left. So just trying to stay level-headed, try to stay, at the same pace throughout the whole game, and I feel like we'll be fine.
Has it been cool to see the rise of Jacob Redding and the publicity that he's gotten over the past?
Most definitely. If a lot of people know his story, so with that being said, it's been a blessing, a true blessing. I'm happy for Jacob Redding. That's my dog, and it's gonna be more plays like that coming forward in the rest of the season. So I can't wait to see what he's gonna do.
Were you surprised on the return, though? I mean, all the guys back there.
We've been seeing Jacob do that since he first got here. He just finally got the opportunity to showcase that in front of the whole world, and that's what he did. He took advantage of the opportunity. So like I said, I'm very proud of him.
I'm curious about Caldra Williford, too. He's had a few pretty good games. I know he's a corner. What's he brought to the group, and what's he like to – how proud are you to see what he's been doing? Very
proud. He brings a lot of energy. Small guy, but he's a dog. Like I said, he's a dog. He's going to he communicates like we want him to. And, he just go out there and does his job. And he shows on the field what he's been doing this year. So, very proud of him as well.
Coach mentioned starting fast, and, obviously on both sides of the ball. He said it's a bit of emphasis this week. What does that entail? How do you feel about doing that and making sure that happens on Saturday?
It starts at practice. Like I said, we start with team tempo as soon as we got the stretch. So, just be able to start fast there and just carry that out through our practice. And that's just what's going to happen in the game. That's what we need to do.
Coach Ann Sawyer talked about the receivers getting a lot of yards after catch. Maybe you didn't want to give up those in the spring, but is that something y'all saw in the spring, that these guys can really get a lot of yards after catch, that kind of thing?
Oh, most definitely. You're talking about our receivers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Those guys can make a lot of plays with the balls outside, when the ball's not in their hands, especially when the ball's in their hands. So, they've been doing that all year round. That's them. That's our receiver core, and can't wait to see them explode this Saturday.
Kobe's a newcomer to TCU Baylor rivalry. What have people told you about it? What are you expecting in a game like this?
Energy is probably going to be different. It's probably going to be a little bit more personal, for them and the fans and stuff. But we don't worry about that stuff. We just worry about us and worry about doing our job to the best ability we can do it.
You've been in some of those type of rivalries. What do you remember from stuff in the SEC that you went through in those type of rivalries?
A lot of chatter, there's going to be a lot of talking, but we got to do a good job of focusing on us and not really worrying about what the other team says. And, we expect that extra, them extra tugs after the play and all the disruptiveness, but we just worry about us.
For some reason, y'all have been, pretty consistently good on the road. This is even dating back to last season. I mean, is there a reason for that, or less distractions? I'm just curious as to why that is.
Only thing I can think of is we just blessed. Hey, we just thank God for the opportunity to play. I mean, I know I keep saying it, it sounds cliche, but Aranda preaches it to us every day, just playing green and not really worry about the outside noise or worried about if we home or away, worry about the hype and this and that. We just worry about doing our job to the best ability we can do it.
During the bye week, what was the biggest thing that you guys wanted to focus on, and did you feel you accomplished it coming out of going against TCU?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, so during the bye week, what was the biggest thing you wanted to focus on, and did you guys feel like you've accomplished that as you're about to head on the road?
Definitely. It's a day-to-day thing. We still got, the game ain't till Saturday, so we just worry about attacking every day with the same mindset. We don't feel like we've accomplished anything, just attacking tomorrow with the 1-0 mindset, and just like today, we just bring that energy. That's what we really focus on. So, we ain't accomplished anything. We're just working to get better.
Was there anything specific that the offense worked on, trying to get better, or just take another step, that kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely trying to be consistent, and doing the little things right as far as playing physical, playing fast, every play, not taking no plays off. Just the emphasis on not only the offense but the whole team and playing for each other.
Week off, do you feel more refreshed? Do you feel healthier overall?
I think the whole team, we definitely needed this break. We had a lot of guys banged up, but a lot of guys healing up, with that off week, and it's really been good and beneficial to us.
With the bye week kind of just being right at the halfway mark, I guess, does Aranda or have y'all talked about maybe goals for the second half, or is it really just kind of like a day-to-day, week-to-week thing?
Day-to-day, week-to-week thing, It's never as bad as it is, as you think, and it's never as good as you think when you look at the film. So really just focusing on that next play, that next opportunity is what we worry about.
Coach mentioned starting fast, and he wanted to emphasize that again this week. I'm just curious for the offense what that actually entails, or what y'all are implementing to try and have that going forward.
I say whatever Coach Babb called for us, we're ready to go out there and do it, to be honest. But playing fast is emphasis not only on the offense but the whole team, special teams, bringing that physicality, right out the gate, just hitting them in the mouth and really showing them the Baylor standard. That's what we put emphasis on.
Not sure how much TCU film you dove into yet, but do they do anything specifically good? What do you expect from their defense specifically?
I don't want to really give that away to the public, but we've seen the film. They play hard. They're not going to make too many mistakes. They're not going to beat themselves. So we just got to really focus on us and worry about our job and not really worry about, because it's a rival. So, we expect them to talk and stuff like that, but we don't worry about that. We just worry about the opportunity in front of us.
I'm curious, any of these guys who've been a part of this rivalry for multiple years now, is there been anything they told y'all specifically about this kind of game and kind of what goes into that?
Yeah, when you're recruited here at Baylor, a lot of people will tell you, if you don't win any other game, we want you to beat TCU. But that's pretty much it, as far as the extra on top of it. But we attack this game like every other game, just trying to get better, taking advantage of the opportunity in front of us.
We've spoken to you before about Michael Trigg and his ability, but, after the week that he just had, does any of that surprise you whatsoever?
That catch, my mouth was wide open. I can't lie. That was ridiculous. But Trigg is a great player. We see it in practice every day before the public got to see it. Not even just that catch, but just Trigg in general. He's a great player. Not only just him, the whole tight end room. They make each other better every day, and they're really focused and they really want it. So, just proud of them guys.
But you still have more touchdown catches.
Shoot, hey, by God's grace, Yeah.
How does having those guys, maybe even over the middle and stuff, how does that help for the layman? How does that help y'all on the outside?
It definitely opens it up for us. Having a guy like Trigg out there, or Klopp, or whoever is in, even Josh Cameron, Cole Wilson, Ashton Hawkins, just those guys, all of those guys are able to make a play at any moment. So it allows it to be open for the whole offense. Then we got B-Wash, running the ball like Rent do. So it's really just a blessing to have so many, pieces around. And then we got the best quarterback in the country, Sawyer Robinson. So it's just really a blessing.
I'm just curious, how fun is it to have so many pass catchers like you guys, all of y'all kind of showing out? Like, what's that dynamic like with you guys? Or is it kind of just cheering everyone on the entire time?
Yeah, we definitely feed off each other's energy. And, it starts with the O-line. We got a great O-line as well. And we're all just happy to take advantage of the opportunity that God gives us, because a lot of people can't play the game of football. So, whenever one of us makes a play, we feed off that person's energy so the next person can go out there and make a play when his opportunity comes. So that's really the mindset.